Recordamos que la presentación será en inglés. First of all, thank you very much for your time, Patricia and Catarina, for coming to the first Portuguese conference meeting hosted by Renta 4 Banco. It's a pleasure to have you and Sonae. And well, now Patricia is going to explain Sonae and their perspectives for the year. Okay, Patricia, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning, and sorry for these technical problems. I hope all of you are safe and healthy. And I'm just going to do a brief introduction about the business, about what we lived during 2020. Just as short as I can, because I think the most important part can be the Q&A, so that I can try to answer some of your questions. So first of all, a brief reminder of how our lives changed in just 1 month, since in March 2020. And actually, again, at the end of December, and Portugal, again, in the beginning of this year, till this Monday, actually. So now we are no longer, or we are started to reopen everything since Tuesday this week. But 1 year ago, everybody went to remote work. We are continuously working on remote, and we were suggested by the government this week to continue to do it until the end of 2021. The network traffic increased a lot beginning of March, so it was a 70% increase that we noticed because of we have this information from NOS. Online growth actually in March 2020 increased 700% only in 4 weeks in April, and there was a strong peak in the warehouse. This was actually something because people were afraid of not having enough food for their homes. And this is something that happened only in the first lockdown in March. We didn't notice it again in the second one in December, nor in the beginning of this year. So things went smoothly. But of course, we also have better prepared in the online in the second and the third waves of COVID. At the same time, we had more than 10 stores closed between March and June last year, again October, November, and again in the beginning of this year, because everything what was non-food was closed, which means that, except electronics, which means that we only could have our food stores and our Sonae MC food stores and Vorten stores open. All the rest was closed, from fashion till bagas or coffee shops, till restaurants, from food retail, and therefore and the same with the stores, including inside the shopping malls. And our businesses were actually impacted differently, as I was just telling. So we felt high impacts on IMC because operations were stressed, so we were selling much more than before. NOS, because the network had to work much faster, and therefore we also had a lot of investments in the NOS networks. Sonae Investment Management, it was much more difficult to negotiate acquisitions or some exits because everything went a little bit not so fast as before. And as again, some stores were closed from food retail, from food retail, non-food stores, as well as shopping malls and fashion stores. But at the same time, we tried to continue to support our people and community, and this was very important for us. We paid additional bonuses to our food employees that were working in the front line, particularly when all our stores were closed. We did not introduce any layoff schemes in Portugal to the businesses that we control 100%. We increased also community support more than any other years, 24% to 14 million euros. We give a lot of computers to schools as well as to hospitals for people to speak with their families. And we also support the global initiative coronavirus global response in order to find vaccines with €500,000. Sorry, 500. Yes, €500,000. And an advance payment program was created for small producers to improve their treasury conditions, because we know how difficult it is for small companies to live during these tough times. At the same time, we continue to improve progress in terms of environmental front. We diminish our CO2 emissions, and this, in some cases, this is easier because operations work less, like fashion, for example. But in some others, like food retail, that work much more, it's difficult to diminish, for example, plastic usage or CO2 emissions. At the same time, we increased women in leadership positions, and we were recognized by CDP even better than last year. Last year we had A-. This year we reached the A, which is the best that we can have. We were also recognized by MSCI and by GRESB, which is for real estate, so in case of Sonae Sierra. We accelerated digitalization. At the same time, of course, during these times, but we also achieve important milestones in terms of portfolio management, as you perhaps remember. For example, reinforcing our stake in NOS with 7.38%, acquiring the remaining 50% of Salsa, which was already planned 2 years ago. And we continued to execute investments in tech portfolio at Sonae EM. We invested in 5 companies, such as cloud infrastructure and cybersecurity. At the same time, despite this situation, we were also able to do some sales. Sierra Prime was just before COVID. It was at end of February 2020, which gave us an 188 cash in net of dividends paid to our partner Grosvenor. We also made some sale and leaseback transactions of Sonae MC in the amount of 50 million euros. NOS completed the tower sale of Cellnex, 375 million euros. And at the same time, we sell some parts of our participations, particularly in the Armilar funds, with the 22 million euros cash in. Related to the performance itself, and I will start by just telling some details regarding the digital readiness that supported us a lot during this year. It's very difficult to summarize everything which we have been doing over the last year, and particularly this year. We had already a very good platform for food retail. As you know, we are market leaders with above 70% market share for online food retail in Portugal. We have the best platform for electronics in Vorten, Portugal. A very good one, which is selling a lot and supporting us a lot in the fashion business for More and Salsa. And we also had already a partnership with Dot for our marketplace. At the same time, we also have a marketplace for Vorten, which is supporting us a lot, not only in terms of sales, but particularly in terms of EBITDA for Vorten. At the same time, we had already pick up in store, click and collect, and drive in. And we made a partnership with Glovo, which is delivering foods or even fashion from Zippy in 15 to 20, 25 minutes time. We had already some payment solutions, but we launched Continent Pay, and Universo made a partnership with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Garmin Pay, so that people can use these platforms much more than before. This is something that we have been doing over the last years, but we intensified in 2020, which was very relevant for this year during COVID phase. Regarding Sona MC, as everybody knows, and I'm not going to talk a lot about because you know more or less all these numbers, but we had a very strong year. I would say that the most important differentiation when compared to others is the agile and assertive response capacity, which translated in a superior performance and reinforced our leadership position in Portugal. Of course, some of our formats, as I said in the beginning, were affected, like Baga, Go Natural, and Arenal in Spain. But nevertheless, we increased our turnover by 10%, reaching above 5 billion, and like-for-like sales with 6.6. In terms of expansion, and please be aware that during such a COVID situation, many things are closed in Portugal during lockdowns, and it's much more difficult to reach licenses to open stores. Nevertheless, we were able to open 13 proximity stores, Continente Bom Dia, but not so many as we wanted, and some of the stores had been pushed down to 2021. But we continue to have the same target of opening up to 200 Bom Dia stores as fast as we can. Regarding profitability, Sona MC, and despite COVID-related costs of around 30 million euros in the year, was able to reach 10% EBITDA margin and a cash flow above 200 million, which was supported by positive operating results, of course, but also good working capital management, controlled CapEx, and completion of sale and leaseback operations, as I told you before. Of course, net financial debt position of Sona MC continues to be very comfortable. Coming to Vorten. Vorten had a very good year in Portugal because we continue to have our operations open, and at the same time benefited for the increase of demand due to the pandemic context and from the company's ability to quickly adapt its operation to respond to spikes in demand, particularly the online channel. Vorten increased 7% year on year and reached 8.6 like-for-like and ended the year with 1.2 billion euros of sales. In terms of profitability, of course, with this strong top-line performance coupled with efficiency gains, and in spite of the COVID-19 related costs, resulted in an underlying EBITDA of 74 million euros, 17 million above last year, and 7.4% margin, which is incredible in this complicated year. But all in all, the most relevant part, actually, that we were already promising to the market over the last 2 years, we signed in the beginning of 2021 a contract with MediaMarkt to sell 17 stores and close additional 14 stores in mainland Spain, something that we were looking for over the last 3 to 4 years. and we expect to increase the underlying EBITDA margin from 5.2 in 2019 to 6.4 post reorganization. Actually, the percentage that you see already in 2020, 6.4, is similar to this one, exactly because in Spain, operations were most of the year closed during to COVID situation. We already closing a lot of stores because of that, and on top of this, we have ERTE in Spain because of the COVID situation, which supported also the EBITDA of Forten in total. In terms of Sonae Fashion, of course, we face a very tough year, with footwear and apparel retail being among the most affected sectors globally by the lockdown periods. Nevertheless, we are very, I would say, surprised and happy with our results, because first, we outperformed the markets, and second, we had enough courage to have a new product, so to create innovation in Sonae Fashion this year with more AdTech masks, which supported a lot the results that we reached this year. In total, Sonae Fashion's total turnover stood at 344 million euros, decreased, of course, but helped a lot by more AdTech masks, and also doubled weights in total turnover of online sales, from 7% in 2019 to 14% in 2020. In terms of profitability, of course, it was also affected, but we were able to minimize part of the impacts with the support of the more AdTech masks. Going to Sonae Sierra, and this, like Sonae Fashion, was one of the businesses severely impacted by the pandemic, associated with the footfall and store closure restrictions imposed across the whole world. In addition, in Portugal, Sonae Sierra was affected by an extraordinary and unique law imposed by Portuguese Parliament, which led to total discounts in Portugal in 2020 to 54%, which far exceeds the rest of the world. We know that European countries where Sierra operates, these discounts were on average around 26%. Sonae Sierra net results amounted to -42, but we can tell you that in the first quarter it was a net result of +48, and the last 9 months of the year impacted by COVID, and particularly for this Portuguese law, and of course the re-evaluations thereof had a -89 million euros impact only in the other 9 months of the year. Regarding NAV, Sonae Sierra ended the year with around 900 million euros, which reflects a 2% decline when compared to September, but of course a very strong one when compared to last year. But nevertheless, we know that this is a short-term impact related with this COVID situation. And on top of that, please bear in mind that this has also the impact of the sale of the Sierra Prime that we made already in February. Which means that more or less in terms of like-for-like NAV went down around 15% in the year, which is something that in the long term it's possible to recover. Sonae Financial Services also suffered a little bit because of the utilization of the Universo card is mostly for travel and for tourism, which was very affected by this situation. And from Sonae Financial Services, I can tell you that the most important thing was the agreements that we were negotiating in 2020 and that we announced last week on Friday with the CTT Bank regarding different business model that we were looking to have for this business unit. We had up to now a commission business, and from now onwards, we will consolidate the business of the Universo cards, but the risk of this business will be maintained in another partner, which now is CTT Bank. In the meantime, you will see debt impacts. Particularly, we saw it already small parts in December. You will see a bigger one around 100 million euros already in the first quarter, and it is related with this with the gap of the partnership between the one that we stopped to have in December and the other one that we closed already in April 1st, and therefore during the first quarter, you will see a higher net debt level, which will be, again, not seen in the first half. Regarding Sonae Investment Management, there is not a strong impact in this business because it's not so related with the COVID situation. But of course, as I told you before, investment activity slowed down, particularly in the first half of the year. But in the second half, we were able to complete 5 new investments. And we already announced in the third quarter, Arctic Wolf raised 200 million euros series funds at a valuation of 1.3 billion, which this funding round means that there is an additional participation from existing investors and allowed Sonae Investment Management to record a capital gain of almost 29 million euros. This was the main impacts, besides the other one that we also announced regarding to OutSystem, which is held indirectly through Armilar funds and reached a new unicorn valuation back in 2018. And now with another capital raised, it reached a valuation of $9.5 billion. Despite being a relatively small transaction, it is a good sign of the company's strong valuation. And it is relevant to say that our percentage in this company is very, very tiny, but nevertheless, it's incredible how this valuation increases a lot. All in all, consolidation performance, I mean, you saw already our results increased 6%. Underlying EBITDA was kept more or less stable. Net results declined mostly due to revaluations from Sonae Sierra indirect results. Free cash flow, I would say one of the main relevant figures that we can report this year, 220 million euros. Of course, also related with the sale of assets from Sierra Prime. But at the same time, the operational cash flow of 142 million euros gives us, of course, a very strong confidence of our business. At the same time, of course, net debt declined 47 million euros, and the LTV of the holding also was kept as relevant confidence levels. In terms of Sonae MC, NOS, and Sonae Sierra, they kept also very good situations in terms of net debt. And as we promised to the market, we continue to pay our dividends. We paid it in 2020, despite not being expected by the market. Many people were asking at that time if we will be able to pay, and we continue to, as much as we can, to respect our dividend policy, and therefore we increased dividend by 5% and pay dividends in 2020. And we are planning to do the same for 2021 and increasing dividends again by 5%. All in all, and what we are seeing right now and for the future, it's many structural changes. That's not new, but I think it's important to put them clear for everybody that we are seeing this, particularly these four big changes. The clear revolution, digitalization, is something that we have been seeing over the last years, but perhaps 2020 increased in 3 years what we were expecting to see in 6 or 10 years' time. We will continue to see different standards in terms of safety, and some investments will continue to be needed for that. And in terms of digitalization, is totally related with efficiency, resiliency, and supply chains, that it will be needed. And we are seeing an increased relevance and awareness of ESG issues. This is nothing new for us in terms of what we have been doing in our company. So we are not planning additional investments because of this. What we are seeing is the clearly increased relevance and awareness from ESG rating agencies and from investors as a whole. And that's why we have been trying to better communicate in this sense, so that we can have better ratings. All in all, going forward, and despite the difficult situation that we continue to live, we expect stronger growth and benchmark profitability. We will continue to invest in digital and agility, as well as innovation, as much as we can. And again, that's not new, but we want to be better in social and environmental terms. I tried to be as short as I could, because I believe that we know already our results, but it's also good to have an overview, so that you remember them. And I'm now open for questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Patricia, for your presentation. And well, now we are going to start the Q&A session. You also can ask a question in Spanish too. Thank you. Well, I will start with the first question. Do you want to increase your participate in NOS if you have the opportunity? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Beatriz. No, I mean, we are very comfortable with the participation that we have in NOS right now. We are not planning to increase it unless we need it. We also were not expecting to increase last year, and we had to acquire additional 7.4%. But I mean, if nothing changes, we don't see any reason for acquiring additional percentage of NOS.
Okay, thank you very much, Patricia.
Yes, hello. I have a question. Taking into account that you are present in very, I would say, very different business line, which is the criteria for being in activities where profitability should be really different between and others, and what we can expect for the long term? Thank you.
Look, the only business in which we are not yet totally happy with the profitability is fashion. And this one, it's something that we have already been saying to the market, that we are not 100% sure we are the best owners of this business. Which means that, I mean, not now, because now it's not the moment to sell, but in the medium long term, if we will see a good opportunity, because we are not in a rush, if we can see a good opportunity, we will be happy to do something with that part of business. Nevertheless, and in between, what we have been doing is increasing efficiencies in these businesses. We closed already businesses that were losing money, like Deeply, for example. We put together two brands, and now we no longer have one of them, because we were always also losing money with that brand. So we are in between, trying to merge and have a better supply chain situation, better efficiency, in order to improve margin for this business. In any case, if in the medium long term we find an opportunity to sell it, perhaps we'll do it. But I don't believe it will be in the short term, because in this moment in time, it's not the right time to do it.
Do you have a specific return on capital employed targets for the different business lines?
No, we have a return on invested capital targets for Sonae as a whole, which I'm not sure if it is public. Catarina, can you remember me?
The return on invested capital is above 10%.
Correct. It's public. Yes, it's above 10%.
Yes. Then the LTV is less than 15.
Thank you.
Okay. Patricia and Catarina, would you like to enter in new markets, for example, in your division of Sonae Fashion with Salsa or another brand? Thank you very much.
It is possible that we look for new markets in Salsa. We entered. Salsa is trying to internationalize their business. They are doing very well in France, for example. But we are talking about a very, very tiny part of Sonae as a whole. Okay, so it's we are not planning to enter in other new markets, except perhaps with the Sonae Sierra or with the Salsa, which are businesses that are already very international.
Okay, thank you very much, Patricia.
Patricia, I have a question related to NOS. How is going to be the exit of the Familia dos Santos that they are selling? Is there any possibility to buy any further stocks of NOS at any discount? How is the relationship with them? And there is any opportunity to integrate both companies or anything? Thank you.
Integrate both companies, I didn't understand, but most of the questions you asked, we don't know the answer. One of them is actually if we can buy their partnership. The relationship that we have with her is no relationship. That's the easy answer. It has been very difficult to have any kinds of relationship with Isabel since this situation started 1 year ago. We are expecting a decision from the courts regarding the shares that were seized, and before this happens, we will continue to have the partnership with Zopt, or the other way around. As soon as we have our shares unseized, we will stop this partnership with Zopt. Much more, unfortunately, I cannot tell you. We also don't know. We are waiting for the court.
Okay, thank you.
More questions?
Hello, Patricia. This is Diogo. Could you give us more color in terms of the trading environment for Sonae MC in the first quarter, in the last weeks? Are you seeing the competitive environment developing? Thank you.
Thank you, Diogo. We are not seeing many differences, and we can say that in the first months of so January and February, we continue to have very good results in terms of sales growth. Not so much as we had last year, but continues to be very positive in all food brands, of course, because the non-food brands of Sonae MC were closed. But in terms of competitive environment, we don't see any big difference. Continues to be very strong, but not so different when compared to last year. And please be aware that in terms of the first quarter of the year, it's the comparison from 15th of March onwards is different because of the COVID situation, and particularly in the second quarter, it will be very difficult, the comparable for Sonae MC. But besides that, we continue to be very happy with the results of the food retail and of electronics. You didn't ask, but I can tell you. From the first quarter, we continue to be very comfortable with the results that we are seeing in Vorten. Again, in this business unit, for the second quarter, from second quarter onwards, the comparables will be very difficult.
Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you again, Patricia and Catarina, for your time. Thank you very much to all of you. And well, we finish now this conference. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you very much. Stay healthy.
Thank you.